Are you looking to lose weight? This book will teach you everything you need to know about the keto diet, including what foods are allowed and which ones aren't.
Hello, this is Emily Costa, and you are listening to Ketogenic Diet for Beginners, the essential keto guide to rapid weight loss using intermittent fasting, low-carb recipes, vegan and vegetarian techniques, and a low-budget 7-day meal plan. Provided to you by United Audiobooks. I hope you enjoy my audiobook. Now, let us begin.
Introduction. What exactly is the keto diet? Why does everyone seem to be so fascinated by it? Can it really be as wonderful as people say? Does it really work? You picked up this book because you want to know what the hype is all about. More importantly, you want to know if the keto diet will work for you. We all have struggled with our weight and our bodies. You may have tried many diets in the past, all to no avail. And although the gym is praised for being the best way to lose weight, many of us still struggle to see results in the gym. The truth is, the human body is far more complicated than we give it credit for. There is a science to losing weight and keeping the weight off. Many diets and fitness programs promise to help us get the weight off, but they most often fail. How many times have you seen a person boast about their new weight loss, only to watch them pack on the pounds once more and end up even bigger than their former size? If you are tired of quacks and get-thin-quick schemes, then this comprehensive guide for beginners is for you. In this book, you will learn essential facts about the keto diet. I will show you how the keto diet hacks into your biological processes to promote lasting weight loss. I will also bring you all the great benefits you can expect from the keto diet, as well as the main benefit of losing weight. Lastly, this book will kickstart you on your new journey into weight loss by bringing you a low-budget 7-day meal plan that is guaranteed to have you lose weight, be healthy, and look good in no time. If you are tired of being overweight, or if you have tried everything to lose fat in specific areas, then this book has all the answers you need. So get settled and prepare yourself for the next life-changing experience. Chapter 1. Resetting your body through keto and intermittent fasting. The keto diet is not a new invention, although, judging by its ever-growing popularity in recent years, you might think it is. What we do know is the keto diet was developed as early as 1924 by Dr. Russell Wilder, who used it to effectively treat epilepsy in his patients. Indeed, the concept of a low-carb, high-protein, and high-carb diet is not a new one. The first ever documented record of such a diet was in 776 BC. At the time, Olympic athletes used a keto diet to improve their athletic prowess and performance. Put simply, the keto diet is a much more natural diet for the human body than the traditional American diet consisting of simple white carbs, sugar, and unhealthy fats. On the keto diet, you eat very little carbohydrates or sugar. Instead of using carbohydrates and sugars, glucose, as its source of fuel, your body begins to use ketones. Ketones are a chemical that the body uses for energy when there is no glucose left in the body. They are a chemical byproduct produced when the liver begins burning fat. They are used as a short-term fuel supply by your body when glucose is not available. This is why the keto diet is not a long-term diet approach. Rather, it is an intermittent diet approach for long-term weight loss. You will have to go back to introducing smaller portions of carbohydrates to your system after a few months on keto, after which you can then begin the process of ketosis once again. Once your body begins to burn ketones continuously for a few days, it will automatically go into ketosis. When your body is in ketosis, you need less insulin because you are not ingesting any glucose. As a result, your body produces less insulin, reducing your insulin resistance in the process, as I will discuss further along in this chapter. The keto diet relies on very little carbohydrates and sugar, a moderate amount of proteins, and a high amount of fat. You cannot eat too much protein on this diet because the human body stores the energy from excess protein as sugar, glucose, thereby preventing or delaying you from achieving a state of ketosis. The keto diet is one of a few popular low-carb diets in the world. You may have heard of other low-carb diets, such as the Atkins diet and the paleo diet. However, the keto diet remains consistently the most popular of these diets because it allows a lot of room for you to eat delicious, tasty, and filling meals, and users see their weight drop off considerably while still being energized and well-nourished. The high-fat and moderate carbohydrate requirement of the keto diet is a blessing because these two macronutrients are known for leaving you feeling full, satiated, and well-nourished. You may have noticed, for example, how eating a couple of hard-boiled eggs is enough to keep you feeling full for hours, despite how small they are. The high protein content in eggs explains it. Another wonderful benefit of the keto diet is that it allows you to consume most fruit and vegetables with your meals, as you will see in the handy meal plan included at the end of this book. This is a wonderful benefit because you can eat highly nutritious fruit and vegetables, many of which can be prepared in vegetarian and vegan styles. In essence, you don't have to worry about losing out on your nutrients, including your vitamins and minerals. Today, many of us overeat not necessarily because we are hungry, but because our bodies are craving the nutrients that they just can't get from processed, heavy-carb foods. And while it is not necessary, most keto dieters include intermittent dieting as part of their keto lifestyle. Don't be put off by its formal-sounding name. Intermittent fasting is simply regular fasting during a particular time window. Most people who intermittently fast follow the 16-8 fasting program that allows for users to eat within an 8-hour time window. Intermittent fasting works similarly to the keto diet, which is why they both work wonderfully when paired together. When you eat, your body breaks down the food to make glucose. Any excess glucose that you do not use is stored as fat in your body. Intermittent fasting gives your body enough time to use up the fat that it has stored from food before fueling your body with food once more. This is why intermittent fasting is such a great way to lose weight. It ensures that your body is not storing excess glucose or excess fat. You use it all up before new glucose is introduced into the body. Both intermittent fasting and the keto diet have one goal: to burn up fat in the body. When paired together, they work brilliantly well to speed up weight loss. So, what is the secret of intermittent fasting, IF? Why does it work so successfully in aiding weight loss? You will have noticed that there is a certain weight that your body seems to always revert back to, no matter how much you try to diet or exercise. When you eat foods rich in glucose, your liver releases insulin, a hormone that allows for glucose to enter your blood cells and energize you. If you eat too many refined carbohydrates or simple sugars at once, your body will have to produce excess insulin in one go. Like any other body part, your liver is a machine. Over time, if you overwork a machine, it will stop working properly. And like all machines, your liver also begins to settle into a pattern. If you introduce a pattern where you eat simple carbs and sugars every day, your liver will get used to producing a certain amount of insulin. If you are producing too much insulin consistently, you will become insulin resistant. That is, your body is not responding to insulin as it ought to. If your body produces insulin, but your cells are only half responding to that insulin, then you will feel only half as full as you should because some of that glucose is not penetrating your blood cells to energize you. Rather, it is simply being stored as fat. This then causes you to overeat just to feel full, causing you to gain weight. If left unchecked over a long period of time, insulin resistance leads to prediabetes and diabetes. When UIF, you allow your blood sugar levels to go down naturally. Rather than constantly overproducing insulin, you force your body to burn fat for fuel. The next time you then eat, your blood sugar levels won't climb as high as the last time. Over time, you are then able to break through your insulin resistance because your blood sugar levels remain at a consistently healthy rate. Intermittent fasting is the superhero that can repair insulin resistance. It resets these digestive mechanisms in your body, helping you to lose weight quickly and effectively. Consequently, when you fast intermittently, your keto diet works at optimal levels because your digestive system is also working at optimal levels. Apart from resetting your body, there are other amazing benefits of following the ketogenic diet, as will be discussed in the next chapter.
I hope you are enjoying my audiobook so far. It would be a pleasure if you could let me know how you are feeling about this audiobook in the comments section below. We would greatly appreciate it if you could also like this video and subscribe to United Audiobooks to have access to more best-selling audiobooks in the future. Also, please, if you are interested in getting more free audiobooks, please click the first link in the description below. Now, let us carry on with the next chapter.
Chapter 2: Benefits of the Keto Diet. For most of mankind's 2.8 million years on the planet, man has survived on mostly meat and plants. The advent of farming the land to produce grains and carbs, such as rice, potatoes, and wheat, is a relatively new one that began approximately 10,000 years ago when humans moved from being foragers to embracing agriculture. That means that for most of human history, humans have survived on a keto diet, relying on the proteins and fat from meat and the nutrients from plants. This in part explains why we all seem to struggle with our weights no matter how hard we try. Our bodies have evolved to be powered on a certain diet. However, with the introduction of agriculture and farms, we began to rely heavily on glucose to power our bodies. This over-reliance on glucose leads to massive weight gain, insulin resistance, inability to lose weight, and a host of other chronic health problems, including diabetes, cancer, hypertension, and even early death. When you are on the keto diet, you are guaranteed to reverse your body's addiction to glucose and begin to reset your digestive and central nervous systems back to their factory functions. At the same time, there are other benefits to following the keto diet. They are: reduces high blood pressure, reduces inflammation, a big cause of cancer and other chronic illnesses in the body, helps epilepsy patients by reducing the frequency of their epileptic attacks, reverses prediabetes and diabetes, improves symptoms of polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, reduces your blood pressure, reduces the fat in your liver, reduces cholesterol, clears up your skin, provides you with plenty of essential vitamins and minerals, improves mental clarity and day-to-day productivity, reduces hunger, severely reduces and prevents gas and bloating, improves your healing, cheap and easy to make recipes using fewer ingredients, uses no processed foods in its recipes, vastly improving your overall health, including brain, gut, organ, and skin health, improves general life expectancy. The keto diet is well known for helping people lose weight. You are no doubt listening to this book because you want to know the secrets of losing weight through keto. Once you begin to lose weight through this diet, you begin to see the benefits. The following benefits will also occur in your body. Significantly reduces your risk of heart disease and a stroke. Significantly reduces your risk of gallbladder disease. Reduces your risk of depression as well as reduces your symptoms of depression. Reduces your risk of complications if you become pregnant. Decreases sleep apnea. I am sure you are excited about these amazing health benefits. However, before you begin the keto diet, you must first ensure that you are medically able to follow it without any adverse effects on yourself. The best way to verify if you can do the keto diet is to visit your doctor. Your doctor will be able to assess your medical history to determine if you will be fine on the diet. For others, the keto diet is dangerous. Avoid the keto diet if you are or have pregnant and breastfeeding. A pregnant woman needs even more nutrients than normal, so limiting your diet as the keto diet does will cause complications for both you and your developing baby. Furthermore, you need 2,000 plus calories as a pregnant woman to power your body and to help your baby grow. It is difficult to meet this amount daily on the keto diet since it cuts out carbs. even healthy whole grain carbs, which contain plenty of calories. Breastfeeding mothers also need to eat as many nutrients each day as possible because those nutrients will pass from the mother onto the baby. The keto diet cuts out some fruits and vegetables, which can leave a breastfeeding mother and her baby deficient. Likewise, you need more calories than normal when you are breastfeeding to produce milk. On insulin. If you manage your diabetes by injecting yourself regularly with insulin, cutting out carbs significantly may lead to very low blood glucose levels, which could also lead to further health problems and complications. In this case, it is important that you speak with your doctor to determine the best way to begin the keto diet. A yo-yo dieter. You may not have the mental capacity to stick with the keto diet if you are used to yo-yo dieting and crash diets. The keto diet will only work if you stick with it long enough to achieve ketosis and to stay in a state of ketosis over a period of months. If you are used to dieting, giving up, then taking it back up, you will find it challenging to maintain a state of ketosis over a period of months. A family history of osteoporosis. Epileptic children who follow a keto diet have shown a greater risk of poor bone health. It is not understood why yet. However, it is best you avoid the keto diet for now if you have a family history, and therefore a greater chance of osteoporosis. IBS or other digestive problems. Since it cuts out whole wheat and most whole grains, the keto diet is low fiber. This can be detrimental if you have digestive problems, such as chronic constipation or IBS. You also need fiber to keep your gut microbiome fed. These are the healthy bacteria in your intestines that keep you physically and mentally healthy. If you are genetically prone to an unhealthy microbiome, then avoid the keto diet. Problems digesting fats. Some people have difficulty digesting fat. You can see how this would be a problem on a diet that is fat dependent. You will have problems digesting fats if you have had your gallbladder surgically removed, you have fatty liver disease, your liver does not produce enough bile to digest the fats you eat, you have blocked bile ducts causing congested bile. If your doctor thinks the keto diet will be helpful for you, they may be able to prescribe you nutrients that will enable you to digest and absorb fats. Chapter 3. How to go into ketosis. Have you ever seen the traditional food groups chart at your doctor's office? At the bottom, with the most grams, you have bread, rice, potatoes, and all sorts of carbs. Somewhere at the top, you have your butter, olive oil, and other fats. And just after carbs, you have your proteins and your meats. Dietitians today typically do not subscribe to this food chart. Some dietitians argue that vegetables and fruit should be at the bottom, comprising at least half of your plate. Others argue that protein is the most important micronutrient. As science continues to advance and doctors continue to study the human body, the science on diet continues to change. One thing most doctors and scientists agree on, however, is that we do not need to eat as much carbs as we have been traditionally advised. On the keto diet, the food chart flips considerably. The fats take up the widest part of the pyramid, accounting for 75% of your caloric intake. Next comes protein, which makes up 20% of your caloric intake. Finally, there are carbohydrates, which account for just 5% of your caloric intake. That is equal to something as small as a slice of whole wheat toast. In some cases, some people get 70% of their caloric intake from fats and increase their caloric intake from carbs to 10%. That can seem frightening if you have spent your whole life loading up on pasta, rice, potatoes, pizzas, bread, and so on. But you do not need to fret or feel as though you cannot do it. Plenty of people live successful, healthy lives on the keto diet, even bodybuilders. If a bodybuilder can lift weights while fueling his workouts with just 5% calories from carbs, then you can do it too. Now that you know all the actual benefits of a keto diet, how do you actually know what is keto-friendly and what isn't? You will have seen people asking, Is this keto-friendly? What does that even mean? A keto-friendly meal, food, will promote a state of ketosis. That means it follows the general 7-to-1 fats, proteins, carbs ratio. Fats, proteins, and carbohydrates are called macronutrients. They are the big food molecules from which your body gains energy. Not only that, they power all the processes in your body. If you don't eat protein, your muscles get weak. If you don't eat fats, you feel cold. Even your brain benefits from the fats in your diet. To determine if a food is keto-friendly, you must then count its macros. By counting its macros, you will know how much carbs, proteins, and fat it contains approximately. It is important to note that the keto diet calculates the net carbs of food rather than the overall carbs. If you have ever studied the nutritional information on a packet of food, you will notice that it sometimes lists how many carbs are in a serving and how much fiber is in part of those carbs. The net carbs is the number of carbs left after you subtract fiber from total carbs. So, why isn't fiber calculated as part of your daily carbs? Fiber is processed very differently in your body than simple carbohydrates. Fiber is also known as roughable because it is not broken down by your body to give you energy. Your body cannot digest fiber, so it does not trigger an insulin response. What triggers your insulin response is the net carbs mixed in with the fiber. As the fiber is broken down in your body, the carb molecules are freed up, promoting an insulin response. In a typical diet where a person is not trying to lose weight, it is recommended that you eat between 150 and 200 grams of carbohydrates a day. On a low-carb diet, a person will typically be consuming between 100 and 150 grams of carbohydrates a day. On a keto diet, this number typically decreases to between 15 and 30 grams of net carbohydrates daily, which is usually about 30 and 50 grams of total carbohydrates a day. Of course, these figures are based on an average amount of calories per day, 2,000 calories. Nonetheless, these figures will rise or decrease depending on how many calories a day you consume, how much physical activity you perform, your BMI, and other factors. On a keto diet, you will need to consume between 111 and 167 grams of fat a day on a 2,000 calorie diet. There is no set amount of protein to consume on a keto diet, just as there is no set amount of protein to consume on a regular diet. It all depends on your lifestyle, your weight, and other factors. If you need to repair muscle tissue, for example, if you work out a lot, or if you are going through illness or stress and need more protein, then you will need to adjust your protein intake too. If you are active, try to consume 1.8 to 2.7 grams of protein per kilogram of weight, or 0.82 to 1.23 grams of protein per pound of weight. Conversely, if you have a sedentary lifestyle, or if you are overweight, you will need to consume 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of weight, or 0.55 to 0.68. What is ketosis? Once you begin the keto diet, your body will very quickly begin to burn fat since it is no longer getting its normal supply of carbohydrates. For the first 3 to 4 days on the keto diet, your liver still has a store of glucose called glycogen with which it fuels your body. Once all this glycogen is used up, your body will need to find an alternative source of energy if it wants to power itself. Since there is now no longer any glucose in the body, your insulin level drops steeply. After all, your body does not need insulin anymore. The human body always has stored fat as a backup energy source to rely on in times of scarcity. Since you are feeding your body very little glucose, your body turns to its backup energy source. After day 3 or 4, your body begins to burn fat and power itself on the ketones released by this process. These ketones, like glucose, also accumulate in the bloodstream to power us. Therefore, you have officially achieved ketosis once this occurs. In fact, you will have achieved ketosis at one time or another in life. For instance, if you went through a period of many hours without eating, this is a mild form of ketosis. Even going to sleep with no dinner or with very little dinner will trigger mild ketosis as you sleep. So what happens when your body reaches ketosis on the keto diet? Naturally, your body prioritizes your brain. Without your brain, you cannot survive. So your body ensures to fuel it with enough fat and carbohydrates. Without the presence of carbs, your body begins to fuel your brain with ketones. This is why one of the symptoms of achieving ketosis is sudden mental clarity. At the same time, your body still needs carbs to survive. This is why you still eat a few carbs daily on the keto diet. This allows for a little insulin to still be produced daily. This, in turn, prevents excessive ketones from being produced in your body. Like anything else in the body, too many ketones can be detrimental to your body, so you must endeavor to follow the keto diet healthily, as will be discussed in Chapter 5. The little insulin in your body works well enough to prevent excessive ketones from being produced and accumulating in your bloodstream. When your body produces excessive and toxic levels of ketones, it is known as ketoacidosis. There are 3 types of ketones produced in the body. They are acetone, acetoacetate, and beta-hydroxybutyrate. When the concentration of these ketones reaches highly toxic levels, they can lead to life-threatening complications. However, the good news is that the limited amount of carbohydrates consumed each day is enough to prevent. Types of keto diet. There are 4 types of keto diets that you can follow, allowing you to modify your diet to meet your lifestyle, health, and exercise needs. They are: 1. The standard keto diet. The standard keto diet is the diet described at the beginning of this chapter. It involves a system of consuming about 70% or 75% fat, 20% protein, and 10% or 5% carbs. In many instances, people on the standard keto diet fast intermittently daily from between 12 to 18 hours, eating only during a 12 to 6 hour window. 2. The targeted keto diet. The targeted keto diet is great for people who exercise a lot and feel like they need more carbohydrates to power their workouts. With the targeted keto diet, you can eat slightly more carbs before working out, allowing you to quickly burn through the glucose, using it up for exercise. This way, your body stays in ketosis and you continue to have enough energy for your workouts. This keto diet is great for people who participate in very high-intensity workouts, such as marathon runners. 3. The cyclical keto diet. The cyclical keto diet operates in a cycle, hence the name. It allows dieters to follow the standard keto diet for 5. This is another good diet for people who are able to quickly burn off the glucose so that they do not store any glycogen in the body, nor do they trigger the body to release a high amount of insulin. It is a great diet for people who work out a lot or play high-intensity sports regularly. 4. The high-protein keto diet. The high-protein keto diet is as its name suggests. On this keto diet, you up your protein intake from about 20 to 25% of your diet to about 30 to 35%. Consequently, you only take in about 60 to 65% of fat, although your carb intake stays the same, at about 5 to 10%. This is a great diet if you are just starting your journey on the keto diet and you find it overwhelming to eat a diet that consists of 75% fat. With the high-protein diet, you can ease into the keto diet by following a less intimidating version. Unfortunately, this does mean that you will struggle to enter ketosis and will find it practically impossible to stay in ketosis since the excess protein will be turned into glucose. Nonetheless, you can incorporate moderate to heavy exercise while on a high-protein diet. This will ensure that your body is using up the protein to repair and build up your muscles. In addition, any excess protein converted into glucose will also be burned up while you exercise. The high-protein keto diet should only be used as a starting point to get used to the keto diet. After a few weeks, you will need to swap to one of the other keto diet types if you want to remain in ketosis. Foods you can't eat on the keto diet. You will have to cut out the following foods from your diet to go into a state of ketosis: all starches, grains, such as quinoa and millet, and sugars. This includes anything that immediately turns into glucose once ingested. For example, carrots and other root and tuber vegetables that you may naturally consider to be healthy. That means that you must also avoid honey and all other syrups, which may be bad news if you love pancakes or waffles. If you love juice, sports drinks, or sugary sodas, then this is also bad news, since juice metabolizes as glucose in the body. Most fruits, apart from handfuls of berries eaten at a time, fruits contain sugar, which your body metabolizes into glucose just as it does carbs. Eating fruits can therefore delay or revert ketosis. Legumes, such as lentils, chickpeas, and peas, because they contain too much protein. Bad, unhealthy fats, such as trans fats. Drinks or food with alcoholic content. Foods deliberately marketed as low-fat. For example, low-fat mayonnaise. On its own, mayonnaise is generally keto-friendly. However, low-fat mayonnaise, like other low-fat products, generally use less fat. Instead, other alternatives to give it its taste and consistency. This could be unhealthy fats or even sugar, both of which are not suitable for a keto diet. This is also why you cannot eat sugar-free foods on the keto diet. It is better to find keto-friendly alternatives to your favorite recipes than to try to cheat with low-sugar or sugar-free versions. Sugar-packed condiments, such as barbecue sauce, sweet chili sauce, or ketchup. Sweetened yogurt. Foods you can eat on the keto diet. On the keto diet, you are able to eat the following: healthy and natural fats, such as avocados, nuts, olive oil, and coconut oil. Meats, fish, and eggs. High-fat natural dairy products, such as hard cheeses, butter, and high-fat cream. Berries, eaten in small quantities. Vegetables with low calories, such as broccoli, kale, bok choy, asparagus, spinach, and arugula. Seeds, such as sunflower seeds. Low-carb sweeteners, such as stevia, monk fruit, tagatose, inulin, and as you get used to calculating your carbs, proteins, and fats, you will find that you can still consume some of the foods on this list in low quantities. For example, depending on the amount of sugar per gram per serving, you may be able to get away with a tablespoon or two of ketchup if you avoid other carbs for the day. On the other hand, there is just no way to get away with even a small serving of fries because the amount of carbs it contains per serving will kick you out of ketosis. In addition to the carbs, protein, and fat per gram serving of a food, there are other things you must watch out for on the keto diet to verify that it is safe for consumption. Will it have a negative effect on your insulin levels? If you eat food with a high glycemic index, it will spike your blood sugar levels too high and too fast, triggering you out of a state of ketosis. The glycemic index shows how quickly the food you eat will spike your insulin levels. Foods with a high GI are considered very unhealthy. For instance, a slice of decadent chocolate cake has a very high GI. You could eat some berries, but if you do not control the portion, they will negatively impact your insulin levels. Will it have a negative effect on your biomarkers? That is, your cholesterol, blood pressure, triglycerides, and so on? While butter is great to consume on the keto diet, frying your vegetables in butter for every meal will soon quickly raise your cholesterol levels. You are on the keto diet because you want to be healthy. It is not an excuse to swap one unhealthy eating pattern for another one under the guise of healthy eating. Is it safe for consumption? Just because something is sold as food does not make it healthy and safe for your body. A bag of keto-friendly popcorn from the supermarket may help you meet your daily keto goals, but processed food is also shown by study after study to increase your chances of developing cancer. If it causes harmful side effects but is keto-friendly, it is best you do not consume it. Can it be cooked without turning it into something unhealthy or unsuitable for keto? Cooking some fat at high temperatures can sometimes release harmful toxins, for instance. Likewise, can it be cooked without it breaking down into high GI sugar? The fiber in a handful of berries reduces its GI when consumed. If you cook it at a high temperature, you break down the fibers, thereby increasing its glycemic index. Does it have any hidden source of carbs? It is easy to calculate the macronutrients in an avocado because it is nature-made. With man-made food, manufacturers are more likely to sneak carbs, sugars, salt, fat, and other bad ingredients into their food. What may be advertised as a simple chicken seasoning cube may have added sugar. Naturally, you do not expect chicken seasoning to have sugar, so you may easily miss this. Signs you are in ketosis. The following are signs that you are in ketosis. Keto flu, as discussed in Chapter 5. Losing weight. More physical energy. More mental clarity and focus. Problems with digestion. This lasts for a short while as your body adjusts to the new changes. It typically manifests in the form of constipation or diarrhea. Problems sleeping. This lasts a short while your body adjusts to the new diet. You may also feel extremely tired for a short while. Reduced appetite. You may find that you do not feel hungry for long periods between meals because you are consuming more fats and proteins. Bad breath. Acetones are a type of ketones that your body produces. Sometimes when your body creates too much ketones, it passes these excess ketones, including acetones, through your breath and your urine. Acetones are released with your breath after they mix with the air in your lungs first. This is also why keto dieters sometimes get the keto breath, a sweet, bad, and odd-smelling odor to their breath. Bad breath can also be caused by having too much protein in your diet. This happens when you are not getting enough fat, but rather are supplementing some of your fat intake with protein. This is why charting your macros is very important, as you will sometimes need to adjust it to meet your specific body and health needs. If you begin to get bad breath, it could be a sign that you are taking in too much protein than your body uses. When this occurs, your body expels the excess byproduct that is released when protein is broken down, ammonia. As with acetone, this is released through your urine and your breath. Finally, bad breath can occur because low-carb diets are notorious for causing dehydration. When your liver stores glycogen, it stores almost 3 or 4 times as much water as the glycogen itself. This is what causes water weight and what also makes you lose water weight when you deplete your stores of glycogen. On the keto diet, your body is not storing glycogen, so you are also not storing much water. You will need to compensate for this by drinking more water than you are used to. Why aren't I going into ketosis? If you haven't noticed any of the signs we've talked about, then you are not in ketosis. The best way to verify if you are in ketosis is to buy a ketosis test. There are standard tests that check the levels of ketones in your blood. You have the option to check the ketones in your urine, blood, or breath. Whichever method you use, your kit will come with a guideline to help you decipher whether or not you are in ketosis, just like most other test kits. If you choose to test the ketones in your urine, you will need to dip the test into your urine to see if you are in ketosis. Some varieties ask that you pee on the stick as you would a pregnancy test. The urine test is the most beginner-friendly, while also being the cheapest. It's very easy to use, giving you the results in a matter of seconds, although some take up to an hour. It works by measuring the amount of excess ketones in your body disposed through your urine. A blood test can be used if you have been on the keto diet for more than a few weeks, or if you simply just want to ensure a more accurate reading. Your body will start to become keto adaptive after a few weeks or months. This means that it is learning how to use ketones as a fuel source much more effectively. As a result, it will no longer pass out as much excess ketones in the urine as it once did. So a urine test would be inaccurate to determine if you are in ketosis. A blood test kit is more suitable in this instance. Actually, blood test kits are said to be the most accurate form of determining how much ketones are in your blood. If you are in ketosis, your test will read between 0.5 to 3.0 millimoles per liter. If you choose to test the ketones in your blood, you will need to also purchase a finger stick along with your blood ketone meter. You will use this stick to encourage a small amount of blood to flow to test your ketones. With the breath test kit, you simply breathe into the meter to find out if you are in ketosis. It is a very expensive way to find your keto levels, but it is very accurate. I would suggest a breath test for more advanced keto dieters, or if you want a test kit that will last you many years. Another advantage to the breath test kit is that you do not need to buy accompanying gadgets, like a finger stick. If you are in ketosis, the test will read between 80 and 40 parts per million. Anything below means that there aren't enough ketones being produced in your body, meaning you are not in ketosis. To get a more accurate reading of your ketone levels, do it just after you wake up, before you eat or drink anything, and before you even brush your teeth. This way you don't consume anything that could alter your test results. Alternatively, if you are not able to take a test first thing in the morning, take one after a fast of 12 to 14 hours, where you have consumed nothing but water during that time. If you want even more accurate results, take 2 keto tests daily, one in the morning and another at night. Since ketone levels are lower in the morning, an accompanying nighttime reading will help you find your average daily ketone levels. You may also use a keto tracking app to help you gather data on your ketone levels over a long period of time. Once you verify that you are still not in ketosis, then diagnosing why this is happening is your next step. There are a few common reasons why you are not going into ketosis. 1. Your macronutrients are not accurate. The first thing to note might be that you did in fact go into ketosis, but ate too many carbs and sugars, which reversed your ketosis in a matter of hours. Remember that consistency is key to entering and remaining in ketosis. If this is the case, then you might not be calculating your micronutrients properly and are consuming too many carbs and/or protein. Alternatively, you might be consuming the right amounts of carbs and protein, but not consuming enough fats. Keto enthusiasts find that using a food scale is a great way to accurately measure how much fats, proteins, and carbs they are consuming. Another way to verify the amount of macronutrients in your food is to purchase food that has very clear, detailed, and precise nutritional information. If you are purchasing food without nutritional information, such as fresh vegetables, then research its nutritional information properly to ensure accuracy. Do not be worried if you are struggling to balance your macronutrients. Rome was not built in a day, and you cannot master the science of keto without a few hiccups along the way. The more you practice, the more familiar it will become. You can also use an online nutrition tracker or a nutrition tracker app to get accurate macronutrients information. 2. You need more time. Secondly, if you aren't going into ketosis, it may simply be the case that you just need more time. Although the human body typically burns through its store of glycogen, stored glucose, in a matter of days, it can still often take between 3 to 6 weeks for some bodies to really get the message. When you are on the keto diet, you are telling your body to stop its usual metabolic process of burning glucose for energy. At this point, your metabolism, your gut, your brain, and all your organs and systems have become used to relying on glucose. It can take them a while to get used to being powered by ketones. Indeed, for some people, this process can take months. Allow your body time to adjust and use that time to perfectly balance your daily macronutrients. 3. Your body needs extra help. As discussed, your entire body has to get used to being powered on ketones. For some, this is a smooth transition, but for others, a little extra help might go a long way. Your digestive system is the important system in the ketosis process, in particular, your stomach and your intestines. These are the organs that will break down your food and absorb all macro and micronutrients. In some bodies, the process of digesting and absorbing fiber and fats can be more complicated. You can give your body some much-needed help along the way by eating foods naturally high in probiotics, healthy bacteria for your gut, and prebiotics, food to promote the growth of probiotics in your gut. You may also want to buy digestive enzymes to help you on your way to ketosis. You can purchase tablets that combine digestive enzymes, prebiotics, and probiotics together. If you have a history of yo-yo dieting, low-fat diets, and digestive issues, then this is most likely the reason why you are not going into ketosis. 4. You're stressed. Do not underestimate the effects of stress on your health and diet. Stress and the hormone produced as a natural reaction to stress, cortisol, are very powerful forces affecting every area of our body and our health. Likewise, it is very possible for high stress levels to keep your bodily processes imbalanced so that you do not go into ketosis. Hormones such as insulin play a very important role in our digestion. Cortisol is no different. The digestive system and the brain are directly linked. As a result, if you are stressed, your digestive system often does not work properly. This is why some people overeat when stressed, while others stop eating altogether. It is easy to make yourself stressed, thinking of all the ways in which you need to count your macronutrients and trying to plan your food shopping, etc. But it is okay to remind yourself that this is a way of life. It is not a temporary quick fix that needs to be done right the first time if you want to avoid failure. Rather, it is a learning process that gets better with experience. There is no need to rush or try to get it perfectly right the first time. Instead, approach the diet with a sense of adventure. For example, the meals you will be making are different, so you might be excited about trying something new. You might also be excited about how the keto diet will improve your workouts if you do exercise often, and how good you will begin to feel once you take charge of your life and health. This is a lifestyle change, not a quick fix scheme, so a slow and steady approach will benefit you more in the long term. Chapter 4. Free Goodwill. The keto diet can indeed seem like magic to many people. Here is a diet that leaves you feeling full, but still burns off the inches on your waist. You get to lose weight and still feel good? How great is that? However, not everyone believes in this magic yet. There is still a lot of skepticism about the keto diet among health-conscious readers. Some argue that it can lead to further complications for dieters, and this can't be further from the truth, as you will read in the next chapter. As with all things health-wise, the keto diet works if you work with it. If you do it correctly, then you will reap all its great benefits. If you do it badly, then you will struggle to tap into its many benefits. This book has been a dream for me to write because it is an opportunity for me to share with others a diet that has changed my life and improved my health. On the other hand, I can't do so without the help of my loyal readers. I know that this book is a wonderful source of important information on the keto diet. I know because not only have I thoroughly researched the topic, but I even lived on the diet for many years. Still, what use is all this information if I cannot disperse it to all the people who need to hear it? For those of us who have struggled with our weight and our health, we know how frustrating, tiring, and isolating it can be. And I'm sure you too would like to spread the word to others about the amazing benefits of the keto diet. If so, please leave an honest review of this book. Your thoughts will encourage others like yourself to start on the track with the ketogenic diet. With your help, we can continue to dispel the many myths about this diet and take back its reputation. We can go from the keto diet eliciting skepticism to it eliciting curiosity and excitement for new beginnings. Therefore, if you would like to continue with me on this journey to bring the magic of keto to everyone, leave this book an honest review and share it the next time your friend complains about being unable to lose weight. Together, we can do our part to help others get healthier and lose weight. Chapter 5. Following a Healthy Keto Diet. As with every other diet, you need to follow the keto diet properly. Although it is a very healthy diet to follow, the keto diet can become unhealthy if you are not watchful of your eating pattern and choices. When you are on a diet, it is also easy to convince yourself that since you are technically on a diet, all your food choices are also technically okay. This is a big pitfall for anyone who begins the keto diet to lose weight and be healthy. In this chapter, you will learn how to safely follow the keto diet by adopting a healthy mindset and healthy nutrition. Do not overdo your fat consumption. One of the easiest ways to misuse the keto diet is to overdo your fat consumption. Since your diet consists of about 70% fat, it can be easy to convince yourself that eating hamburgers, chips, fries, and other unhealthy fats is fine. This is far from the truth. In fact, since the keto diet is made up mostly of fat, you need to make sure that your fat consumption is packed with healthy fats from healthy sources. A deep-fried chicken sandwich, fried in saturated vegetable oil, will affect your body in a very different manner than a baked chicken lightly drizzled with heart-healthy extra virgin olive oil. For some keto dieters, the temptation to use fat to overcompensate for taste can also be a problem. If you are used to eating carbs, you may find it challenging to get used to a new taste system that is not over-reliant on salt and glucose. For some keto dieters, this translates into consistently cooking foods in rich oils such as palm oil and butter. Unfortunately, an over-reliance on unhealthy fats and oils will soon increase your cholesterol levels, leading to health complications such as heart disease and high blood pressure. On the keto diet, you need to eat plenty of fiber, green leafy vegetables, fish, and lean meat. This will ensure that you're feeding your body with healthy micro and macronutrients. You also need to cook your legumes, lean meats, and fish in healthy ways. This includes air frying, baking, and grilling. Use cooking methods that require very little oil and very little frying. It may be difficult to get used to this system at first. After all, we live in a culture where unhealthy eating is normalized. We have become accustomed to cheap and widely available frozen unhealthy meals and takeout, whereas healthy food is still expensive and difficult to find. It may seem impossible to choose your health in this system of food distribution and preparation, but there is a way to change your mindset that will bring you happiness. All you need to do is to know the facts. Although overweight people and people with health issues are often portrayed as lazy people with no discipline, this is far from the truth. The truth is that our human brains evolved to reward us with dopamine when we eat unhealthy foods. Why? Because back when food was still a scarce resource, our bodies tried to gain as much fat as possible. As discussed earlier, our bodies rely on fat as a backup energy resource when food or glucose is not readily available. Since our brains did not know when we would next find food, it evolved to reward us for eating as much unhealthy food as possible when it is available. Fortunately for us, food is no longer a scarcity in many societies globally. Yet our brains still have not evolved to recognize this fact. It still believes food to be a scarcity, so it rewards you when you have a big, greasy hamburger with a sugar-packed cheesecake for dessert. It releases dopamine, making you feel good. Essentially, your brain is programmed to overeat unhealthy foods and overlook healthy food because it is stuck in survival mode. So, how do you break out of survival mode? Simple. You train your body and your brain to thrive on healthy food. When your body craves unhealthy fats, sugars, or excess glucose, you find an alternative healthy replacement. Furthermore, you practice consistency and discipline, feeding your brain good, healthy meals. While it won't release much dopamine, it will make you feel good in the long term. Dopamine gives us a high. That means that it lasts a short time, leaving you scrambling for your next food high. When you consistently fuel your body with healthy foods that make you feel good without massive highs and lows, your body soon gets used to it. That is why people with healthy diets are physically and mentally unable to eat unhealthy foods. They have trained their body and minds into seeking out good food. Their brain recognizes that the triple bacon cheeseburger will wreak havoc to their internal system, so it makes them feel sick before even eating it. It is also why you feel very sick when you eat an unhealthy meal after weeks or months of being on a healthy diet. Eat plenty of fiber. Your body loves fiber. Fiber cleanses the colon, feeds your good bacteria, and leaves you feeling great mentally, emotionally, and physically. Here is what Michael Smith, ND, BHSC of Planet Naturopath in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, says about fiber and the keto diet. Too much fat and too little fiber cause diarrhea, and too much cheese brings on constipation. Not enough water will do that too, particularly in the early stages of the keto diet. Eat a balanced diet. Another reason to practice the keto diet healthily is to avoid nutrient deficiencies. One easy mistake that people on the keto diet make is to forego fruit from their diet, since fruits contain a lot of carbs. However, this can quickly lead to a nutrient deficiency, so you need to find recipes that allow you to incorporate fruits and vegetables into your diet. Don't forget, there are plenty of vegetables too that contain a lot of body-friendly nutrients. Kale, spinach, and beetroot, for example, are nutrient-packed super veggies that leave you energized while boosting your immune system. The great news is that many leafy vegetables have almost no carbs and can be added in bulk to your meals. Even root vegetables like garlic, turmeric, and ginger are nutrient-packed, as are most herbs. This is good news for you since you will be able to season your food with great herbs while still getting micronutrients from your meal and without coming out of ketosis. I will advise you to speak to your doctor or nutritionist about nutrients before embarking on the keto diet. That way you will be able to curate a diet based on specific vegetables and fruits. This is especially imperative since some of us need more of a particular nutrient than others. Keto flu. The keto flu is the dreaded illness that keto dieters get at the beginning stages of their diet. It is caused by chemical changes occurring in your body as you wean your body out of glucose reliance. As your body burns through its last stores of glycogen, it begins to expel more sodium than usual. This is also partly why you begin to lose water weight, because sodium causes our bodies to store extra water. As it expels all this sodium, you will begin to get headaches, fatigue, constipation, and even diarrhea. Not only does it flush out sodium from the body, but all this flushing results in toxins accumulating in your body, further exasperating your flu-like symptoms. This may also include rashes, changes to your skin, and body aches. You will need to take good care of yourself during the keto flu, but it is no cause for concern. Symptoms of flu are common whenever you try to clean up your diet. You will feel better in a few days, especially if you take steps to heal. You should. 1. Eat keto-friendly foods during the flu. Don't be tempted to revert back to carbs to feel better. Keep only keto-friendly ingredients at home so you will not be tempted to cook or eat something that will bring you out of ketosis. If you do and decide to go back on the keto diet, you will suffer the symptoms of the flu a second time. 2. Drink plenty of water. It will help you flush out the sodium and the toxins much quicker through your urine and sweat. At the same time, you want to replenish your body of its electrolytes so your electrolyte levels do not fall to dangerous levels. 3. Eat more sodium. Eat a little bit more sodium than you normally would. In addition, drink bone broth, great food for improving your digestive system health and helping you heal faster. Chapter 6. Low-Budget 7-Day Meal Plan. Now that you know all there is to know to start the keto diet, the biggest question is, how do you start? You know all about macros, net carbs, and insulin, but knowing and putting something into action are two different things. It can be a bit daunting to start sometimes, even when you are armed with all the knowledge you need, and rightfully so. You have to begin to calculate your macros, determine how much protein you need today, and so on. But let me reassure you that you have got this. Plenty of people start the keto diet every day and go on to love it. It is a very easy way of life and very easy to incorporate into your lifestyle. One recommendation would be to follow recipes that call for fresh ingredients rather than store-bought. Not only is it healthier in the long run, but it also frees up your time so that it is not spent at the supermarket constantly counting the macros on a jar of mayonnaise or determining which brand of pesto is the most keto-friendly. Alternatively, once you find a brand you like, stick to it to make your shopping easier, since you will be able to remember the macros of that particular brand. Check the nutritional information and the ingredients of your favorite brands from time to time, as brands sometimes quietly change up their ingredients. This ensures that you do not reverse your ketosis by accident. Don't fret nonetheless. Once you begin to shop for a keto diet, you will start to be able to easily count the macros on everyday keto food items, making it much easier for you. To kickstart you, here is a low-budget 7-day meal plan that anyone can follow. Best of all, it doesn't break the bank so that you can start the keto diet without having to splurge on expensive ingredients. You can make mistakes without worrying about the costs. Plus, these are simple, everyday recipes suitable for anyone. So, get cooking! Monday, breakfast. Sour cream and onion omelet. Simple, creamy, and cheesy, this omelet is packed full of protein and makes a great after-workout breakfast or a breakfast of champions to prepare for a busy day. In a large bowl, beat 3 large eggs, 1.5 ounces of onion thinly diced, 1 ounce of shredded hard cheese, 1.5 tablespoons of full-fat sour cream, salt, pepper, and any other herbs you might like. On medium-high heat, heat 1 teaspoon of butter or oil in a large frying pan. Pour in the egg mixture, cook for 3 to 4 minutes, or until the omelet is done to your taste. Plate and serve immediately. Lunch. Chicken jalapeno poppers. So easy to make and so tasty fresh out of the oven, these chicken jalapeno poppers will spice up any lunchtime. Cut half a chicken breast into 2 strips. Place a half slice of jalapeno pepper on each chicken strip, then wrap in a slice of bacon, placing on a greased baking tray with the folded ends down. Bake for 45 to 50 minutes or until chicken is done and bacon is crispy. Dinner. Baked chicken thighs. With almost all your protein intake for one day, this simple keto baked chicken thighs are impossibly amazing. Not only do they pack on protein, they are full of calories and baked in olive oil, giving you plenty of energy and good healthy fat to lovingly feed your body. Preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 230 degrees Celsius. Line 3 chicken thighs with the skin on a greased baking dish or tray, then season both sides with salt, black pepper, rosemary, and a half a lemon. Drizzle 1 tablespoon of olive oil or avocado oil, then bake for 40 to 45 minutes or until chicken is done and skin is crispy. Snack. Bulletproof coffee. Tuesday. Breakfast. Cheese and ham and egg muffin. These egg muffins are versatile since you can swap around the fillings to add more nutrients and flavor to your plate. Bacon, spinach, sausage, onions are all great additions that make a lovely combo, and you can make a big batch that will last you for days, freezing the rest for later. Mix 5 eggs together, then add a pinch of black pepper and salt. Add 1 teaspoon of parsley, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, and 1/2 cup of diced ham, and then pour evenly into a lined 6-muffin tin. Bake for 15 minutes or until fully cooked. Lunch. Buffalo chicken salad. Don't let the name buffalo chicken fool you. This is a highly nutritious and healthy meal packed with antioxidants, vegetables, and proteins. It is fresh, meaty, and packed with fiber, dispelling the notion that you can't get enough fiber from a keto diet. In a large bowl, add together 2 slices of cooked bacon, diced, 1 small chicken breast, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1/2 a red bell pepper, sliced, 1 tablespoon of hot sauce, 2 spring onions, diced, 1 cup of cherry tomatoes, sliced, 1/2 a medium avocado, sliced, 1/2 a head of romaine lettuce, sliced, and 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing. Toss and serve. Dinner. Baked wrapped cod. Pat dry 1 cod fillet, then sprinkle with the juice of 1/4 of a lemon. Season with salt and black pepper, then brush with 1 teaspoon of butter or olive oil. Wrap a slice of bacon around the cod, then bake at 400 degrees for 10 minutes or until cod is ready. Snack. Keto chai latte. Wednesday. Breakfast. Pancakes. Keto Keto pancakes are a quick, easy recipe to follow for a tasty breakfast. Packed with eggs and keto-friendly flours, they taste even more decadent if you serve them with some keto-friendly sausages. In a large bowl, mix half a cup of almond flour, quarter cup of almond flour, half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of baking powder, quarter teaspoon of ground cinnamon or nutmeg, and 1 tablespoon of low, no-calorie natural sweetener. Slowly whisk in 3 room temperature eggs, 1/8 of a cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, and half a teaspoon of good quality vanilla extract. Fry for 2 to 3 minutes on both sides in a lightly oiled frying pan or griddle over medium-high heat. Lunch: salmon and avocado salad. This is a simple lunch packed with healthy proteins, fish oil, and avocado fat, leaving you full and happy until dinner time. You can easily prepare it in the morning, ready for lunchtime, at home, or on the go. Combine 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a few drops of stevia, quarter teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, and a pinch of salt and pepper into a food processor and mix. Toss 1 small avocado sliced, 1 small pack of fresh salad mix, 2 slices of smoked ham diced, and 1 small onion diced. Top with salad dressing and serve. Dinner: grilled salmon. Drizzle 1 teaspoon of olive oil or avocado oil on a 2-ounce salmon fillet. Sprinkle black pepper and salt to season, then add half a clove of garlic minced. Grill for 5 to 7 minutes after searing for 2 minutes, flesh side down. Plate and serve. Snack: bulletproof coffee. Thursday: sour cream and onion omelet. Lunch: chicken jalapeno poppers. Dinner: baked chicken thighs. Snack: keto chai latte. Friday: cheese and ham and egg muffin. Lunch: buffalo chicken salad. Dinner: baked wrapped cod. Snack: bulletproof coffee. Saturday: breakfast: pancakes. Lunch: salmon and avocado salad. Dinner: grilled salmon. Snack: keto chai latte. Sunday: breakfast: sour cream and onion omelet. Lunch: chicken jalapeno poppers. Dinner: baked chicken thighs. Snack: bulletproof coffee. Final words. You now have everything you need to begin your transformation. You must be very excited, and rightfully so. Who wouldn't be excited to experience rapid weight loss or to feel healthier, look good, and save money all at the same time? These are all wonderful benefits that the keto diet brings you. You may not have even heard of the word keto before this book, or perhaps you did, but had no clue what it was all about. Perhaps you had heard bits and pieces, and you were unsure if it was for you. This book has brought you all the essential knowledge you need to begin your journey into the keto diet. Now you know what ketosis is and how to check that you are in ketosis. You know the common reasons why you may not be in ketosis and all the pitfalls to avoid undoing ketosis. You understand how to train your brain to appreciate the keto diet, how to cultivate a healthy keto diet, and how to use intermittent fasting as a great tool to boost your keto results. Finally, you have a meal plan sample to kickstart your new life. If you enjoyed this audiobook and you've learned more about the keto diet and its benefits, an honest review is always appreciated and will help me reach new listeners just like you who struggle with weight loss. All I can say now is cheers to a new, healthier life. Although we may not be able to drink alcohol on the keto diet, we can toast with some bone broth, or better yet, a nice hot cup of bulletproof coffee. To new beginnings.
We appreciate you tuning in to one of our captivating audiobooks. For more immersive experiences, here is another audiobook we're certain you'll enjoy. Don't forget to show your support by liking this video. sharing what you loved about this audiobook in the comments section below, and subscribing for more captivating audiobooks like this. Thanks for being a part of our audiobook community.